guys, Jazz here. So I'm doing a tag video today because everything else that I have filmed or in preparation to edit is something that's going to take me forever to edit and get out to you, and I still wanted to put up a video this week. I'm going to do the end of the year book tag, which is a book tag that was created by Ariel Bissett. I will link you to her YouTube video in the description if you want to get the questions and do this tag your own self. I'm just going to go ahead and early on tag you right now if you want to do this tag. And let's jump into kind of these end of the year bookish questions. Question 1, are there any books you started this year that you need to finish? So I have 2 books that got away from me earlier on in the year, and then I have one that I recently started, but I still need to finish it, but that one I'm less worried about. So the first one that got away from me is The Story of Edgar Sawtelle. I started this really a long time ago for like a round of Tome Topple. I read about maybe like a third of the book, or like the first section of the book, and I did this thing. Ariel Bissett actually talked about this in her 2019 end of the year book tag video, where I have a similar issue that she talked about, which means that we do this thing where we start a book and we're really enjoying it, and then we get in our head that we have to read it at a perfect time or in the perfect place or something like that. And that sort of happened with this book. Really, it wasn't even a specific time or a particular place. What it was that I was like, you know what? This is really something I want to invest in. I need to read this when I have more time. And note to self, girl, you're never gonna have more time. So I still need to finish this one, but it's at that point where I probably need to just start it over. The other one that slipped away from me is my reread of Anne of Green Gables in the annotated edition. I've of course read it many, many times, but I wanted to read the annotated edition of it this year. And yet again, I started this for a readathon. If I don't finish a book during a readathon, there's a chance it won't be finished. But I feel like the case in this is that I just wasn't in the mood to read annotations at the time when I started the book. And so I need to probably wait until I'm in that good old annotated mood. Lastly, I recently started a reread of The Shining by Stephen King. Hopefully I will complete this. I've read 72 pages, and it's not one of his super, super long ones. So let's hope that this one at least gets done if the other 2 don't. Question 2, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? I guess I've been reading like a lot of Stephen King novels. So maybe like Stephen King novels would be considered my autumnal books to transition into fall. Number 3, is there a new release you are still waiting for? I mean, I don't pay that much attention to new releases, and actually the new release that I kind of know is coming out soon that I want to read and have pre-ordered and all that is Call Down the Hawk by Maggie Stiefvater, which is the first book in, I think it's going to be called the Dreamer series, but it centers around Ronan from the Raven Cycle series. So that comes out the 5th, so I will definitely have that soon. I don't know that I would call that still waiting for, because honestly, I literally have to wait a small amount of days before that book comes out, and I've pre-ordered it, so it's going to come to me on the day it comes out. Number 4, what are 3 books you want to read before the end of the year? Other than the books that I mentioned that I haven't finished yet, there are 3 more books that I would like to complete. We have, of course, the Shakespeare play of the year. I always read a Shakespeare play that I've never read before each year, or choose one, and I chose Macbeth for this year, and I'm thinking during Thanksgiving break I'm going to pick this up. I would also like to complete Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman's book, Good Omens. I've wanted to read this for so long, and it just has never been the right time to read it. And then I thought, oh, this year I'll try to read it before the TV series comes out. And then the TV series came out and I still hadn't read the book, so I still haven't watched the TV series because I want to read the book first. And I got this illustrated edition, which has some like cool pics in it and stuff. So I want to get around to this. Let's cross our fingers. Lastly, I would like to read The Dragonbone Chair, which is by Tad Williams. It's the first book in his Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn trilogy. It's a huge book, but I'm planning on reading it for round 9 of Tome Topples. So I'm going to make that one of my priorities, and maybe that will mean that I will get it done. 5. Is there a book you think could still shock you and become your favorite book of the year? I don't really do favorite books of the year, honestly, because I tend to rate everything like between 4 and 5 stars. Not everything, but a lot of books. I don't really like think in terms of like favorites. I just rate on like what I think the star rating was merited, and so I end up rating a lot of books really highly, so it's kind of hard for me to pick one favorite of the year or anything like that. And there is a chance that I think that there will be more 5-star reads out of any of the books that I've already mentioned in this video, so I guess, do I think there's going to be more 5-star reads during this year? Probably, yes, but I don't really do like favorites for the year. I've tried to do that, and that just doesn't work for me. I just rate everything really highly. It's my way. I just like a lot of stuff. I don't read anything that I don't think I'm not going to at least like. And we have the final question. Have you already started making reading plans for next year? Yes, I have to a certain extent. I love to make lists. So I'm going to make some sort of TBR list for the year. I always make a TBR list for the year. I'm thinking though I'm going to keep the TBR list pretty low in number as compared to other years. I might only put like 10 books or something on it, only because I didn't read as many books as I planned to read on my list for the current year we're in, and I still want to read some of those, so I don't want to add. Also, as I mentioned in my goals video not long ago, I do tend to get very distracted now by library books and reading library books, so I want to leave room for the library reads in my plans. But yes, I do have plans. That was the end of the year book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you want to do this tag, I'll tag you. I tag you, you're it. And I'm so weird today, just bear with it. Anyway, let me know in the comments if you have any end of the year plans, maybe what your top 3 books that you want to complete before the end of 2019 are, and also just drop me a comment just for the fun of comments. It really helps the channel, and I really like hearing from you guys, so yay for all that. Thank you for watching, my fabulous peeps, and I will see you all soon. Bye!